So welcome to part 3 of the Genius Jazz Method. Part 2 covered a 5-to-1 chord in the key of E or E minor. Since the whole system is based on taking any given dominant chord and playing on a minor key 1/2 step above, in this case it's B7 that we were working with, half step up from B is C minor. I chose B7 going to E because when you play the little subkey, the minor key against the B7, it's an easy, visually comprehensible kind of key, C minor. Okay, today we'll simply add a 2 chord, so instead of just a 5-to-1 all the time, we'll have a 2-5-1. Okay, we're dealing with a 2 chord, which is F sharp 7th. And the little minor key we'll be working with 1/2 step above, which is G minor. Okay, the 3 chords we use in G minor, of course, G minor, C, and D. Okay, so let's just walk our way through the notes of that one at a time. G minor, C, but you put the F sharp underneath it, gets very interesting. Let's try it groups of 3. So I'll give you some cliches here, and then we'll try working the 2 5s together in little patterns. The first one, if we'll take F sharp, do our little phantom key of G minor, I'm going to arpeggiate the 5 chord of G to the 4 chord. And the next chord would be B7, the 5 of E minor. Now let's make a 2-measure pattern. 2 measures of F sharp 7th, 2 of B. I'll pretty much stick to the D chord out of the G. Okay. And off to the B7th. Half step above B7th is C minor. Okay. And just sort of freely playing around with that stuff, no licks. And once you hit E, you can even do a 1-4-5 on that. It's maybe not starting on the 1. Let's switch to something a little more simple now. Let's go to the key of F and do the 1-6-2-5 types of progression. Okay. How do you freshen that up? Well, I'll do something very simple for you. I'll do the measure of F, the measure of D7, but I'm only going to play an E flat minor, half step above the D7, sticking to a very simple version of our up half step minor thing. So G7, same thing. A flat minor. C7, the same thing. Up a half step to C sharp minor. Make a long story short, a lot of richness, I think, in here. So what was that? Here's the F. Here's the D7th on E flat minor, right? Here's A flat minor. And the C sharp minor over C. Let's try that with the original chords. And you put the roots in. A7th. Okay, so how do you work this stuff up? Well, you have to put it on your hand first, mechanically. You might be able to play one or two measures before you get lost. If you have a B7th going to E, sure, you can do C minor. Then you start going back to B, or the key of E, and you fumble. Your ears are not ready for it. So you have to work up lots of ideas, and I give you lots of ideas, I think, in the 3 videos on this subject. Remember what Bill Evans says, it's better to play one tune for 24 hours than 24 tunes an hour. So if you sort of goof around with this for 5 minutes and goof around with something else, you're not really living it. It won't get in your hands. And then if you are on a job or an unusual set of chords, you're going to lose your poise and go back to your sorry-ass old way you were trying to avoid in the first place. When we play it this way, this is obviously thick, opulent kinds of harmony. This is Keith Jarrett and Bill Evans and Herbie Hancock. If you want something skinnier sounding, less opulent, more percussive, with more sharp edges, then you would do McCoy Tyner. You know that. Which is another language. This has nothing to do with that. So if you like that stuff, I have a million of YouTube vids based on the pentatonics and how to play on that.